Hey fam, welcome to Flower City Blooms. My name is Miguel Cortez, and how does your garden grow? Mine? I'm pretty happy today, man. We are in transplant day. When we started this, we threw seeds in on the 6th, and we told ourselves it would take 3 to 6 days to germinate, and they were all germinated by the 11th, would be 5 days, so we were on pace there, and most of them germinated the 10th. As I've said in previous videos, I lost one. That was my fault. I learned something about removing them from the humidity dome in a timely manner. And out of the 4 that I had that are surviving, 2 Hella Jellies and 2 Blueberry Muffins, I just want to touch base on this one here. This one started, and you can see that one cotyledon leaf right here. That was the only one. The other one got chewed up when it was trying to get out of the seed casing. So we were real patient, and now we have 2 leaves. So we're hoping we're going to be able to save her. But the facts of the matter are, this one's not being transplanted today. I'm going to throw it back in the tent real quick because the humidity in my basement is extremely low. And the less time it's in that, the happier I am, because she has been struggling. But I know she's going to be a week and a half behind the others. The others, however, are looking great. So we're going to transplant one on film, then I'll do the rest underneath because there's no reason to see it over and over again. You can see here that we have root tips coming out. Let's see here. Got root tips here. Got root tips here. We got plenty of root tips. We got healthy growth that was praying towards the sun. Very happy with it. Very happy. So we're going to do some transplanting, and I'll show you how I'm going to transplant. Doesn't mean you have to do it this way. It's just the way I'm going to do it. First of all, my cover crop of alfalfa and clover has come in super strong. I folded this bag back a little just so you can see into it. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to chop and drop this, man, because I'm just going to use it for, like, it's going to be its first fertilizer. So I'm just going to grab scissors, come in here, and literally just give it a haircut. You can see how much biomass there's going to be in here. It's insane. So what I'll do with this is I'm going to, once I've chopped it down so that it's not outperforming or challenging my transplant plant, I will chop it. I'm going to put bokashi on it. Bokashi helps break stuff down. I was hoping my lab would be done, but it's not done fermenting yet. And I'm not going to force it. We'll just do that on the next watering to help break stuff down. So today we're going to use bokashi. Bokashi is a grain that does that. Helps break things down. Covers odors, things of that nature. We're going to water in once we've transplanted with some amendments. Hopefully I didn't kill it all, but if I did, that's fine too. All this stuff is going to break right down and basically be like a built-in top dressing. In the interim, it's kept the soil moist. What's today? Today is the 21st, I believe. Yeah, so it's been 15 days. In 2 weeks, all this grew in. Help keep this dirt moist. Me watering has helped activate the microbiology that was in it. We did use, if you didn't catch the earlier videos, it's ocean soil, peat moss, castings, and pumice. As far as castings go here, we have also, when we started, we built this worm bin. This worm bin's been going now for a little while, and what we got out of it, or what I'm going to get out of it, is just worm juice. It's, you know, you make tea, and you put your worm castings in and let it go for 12 to 24 hours. That's tea without me even having to do anything, because it's just dripped from the worm poop as they've eaten my food. So I have about 4.5 gallons here. This is 3 ounce, about 1 ounce to a gallon, and it goes. Over here, I have aloe that I just ground up. You can see the nice green color. You can see the bits floating in it. I'm going to throw that in here because I don't think aloe hurts anything, and I like it. So we'll toss that in. The only reason I'm straining it because the way I'm going to water, the end top watering in is going to be done with my sprayer. And I don't want it to clog my sprayer. So I'll drain it out, get that good goop into this water here. Give it a little rinse, drain it. Now the little biomass that's there, we'll just throw it in with here. Doesn't really matter, it's not going to hurt anything. Also to my water, that's from Build a Soil. It's soapana. I forget how they say it. Soap. It's going to make the water soapy so that it evenly distributes, goes down smoothly, spreads out, and waters the soil well as they have other stuff in here. I don't know what it is. This, I'm using half of a quarter teaspoon. So not much at all. That'll be good. This is root-wise. This is one we're using for mycorrhiza. So I'll do this in 2 ways. I'll take a quarter teaspoon, eighth of a teaspoon, not much, and I'm going to sprinkle it right in the hole where the roots are going to match up. And then they say it's 1 tablespoon for 5 gallons. I got about 4 gallons in here. So I'll go a little light, and I'm going to water it in as well. What else do we got? Oh, here's our bokashi. The bokashi I'll put on after I've transplanted around this, and then I'm going to put more mulch layer on top of it. And we should be pretty good to go. Grab my faithful stirrer here, get that soapinin activated, get that mycorrhiza mixed in there real good. So these are 7-gallon pots. I bet you I have 5 gallons worth of soil in there because I left a lot of room because I plan on building up. You saw how much stuff I just cut down there. Yeah, we got nice soapy water now. You can see the foam and everything on top. We got that good worm castings. That should be strong. Not a real complicated thing, but just to give it a little nutrients. There's already enough nutrients in the soil. Barely anything's been growing in it. So we'll put the plant in now. I'll tuck it in. I might go back there and grab a handful of dirt if I see any gaps or anything to fill in. I still have some of the same soil mix that I had originally built up. Then I will put this bokashi on there. This one's from Living Organics. Got it from them directly, but Build a Soil also carries it. I'll put some of that on there to help break down all this green matter. And then I will put on some more mulch, and we'll tuck her back in. And then I'll be done with this video, and I'll go do the rest of the other, well, let's see, 2 plants off video. And, you know, next garden update will show you where they're at. The other 2 that are at the same stage of development. The Hella Jelly and the Blueberry Muffin have a very, very similar structure. So I've never personally pulled a plant out of a container before, so I hope this goes well. I mean, the basic premise is you come underneath, right where the stem is, give it support, don't pull, turn it over, loosen it, boom, we fell out. Probably could have left it in here a little longer per the other videos I've ever seen. They usually show roots all the way around, but you can see I have roots right to the edge. I don't know if you can see because I'm so far away. I have roots all the way to the edge, all the way to the bottom, but it's not super rooted out. But this pot is super ready for it, so I'm okay with that. So then I just turn it upside down, put it in its hole, press firmly. Not going to need any extra dirt. That looks beautiful. All right. So within 5 gallons, this is a quart. That would be 5%. So what I'm going to do, because this soil has a little bit of moisture from me watering over the last week or 2, I have been letting it dry out a little bit. I'm going to put a full one of these in this watering. Then I'm going to put the bokashi on, the mulch. Then I'm going to pour some of this into here and do a top spray because I got all this goodness in mycorrhiza and the soapinin and stuff in there as well. And I want to wet the mulch and have it just all sit and soak. And then we'll put her back in the tent and we'll smile and watch her run. We are a little bit actual ahead of time. I said, you know, that I would transplant, you know, 10 to 12 or 12 to 20 days. We're on day 10. I probably could have gone 12 to 20. 4 to 5 days of sprout is what they took. I gave myself 3 to 6. So nothing that I was guessing is overly wrong right now. Everything seems to be on point except for the fact that I killed one seedling of my own, my fault, and that the one in there that I named Aaron is definitely going to be developmentally a week or two behind these other three. But I wanted 6 plants. I have 4. I'm not giving one up just because it's going to be slow. I'm just going to love it harder and see where we can go with it. You know what I mean? So let's take a quart of the magic juice I just prepared, and we'll just come over all this broke down grass and just slowly water it in a nice even pattern. I like to water from the outsides in and just let it kind of seep towards the middle, because it's my understanding, and again, I don't know what I'm doing here. This is my first time, but it's my understanding that the you want to water a little further out so that the roots seek it, you know. I'm just going to put a little more dash on this side just because of the way it came out. Nothing crazy. And that looks good to me. So now I'll grab a handful of Bokashi. Show you what that looks like. I think it's living organic. They got some cool stuff. They got Bokashi. They got some ferment, some stuff. I did make lactic acid. I'm in the process of making lactic acid bacteria. I wanted to water this first watering in with it because that really helps break stuff down and activate the nutrients. But with me pre-cooking the soil, that's not as big a deal. And the milk hasn't separated yet. So that video will be coming out in a few days when it's completed. And like I said, I'll water with that, a couple waterings down, use it for foliar spray, whatever. So this is Bokashi. Literally grain that is inoculated with stuff I don't understand. You know, I mean, I could look it up. I do understand. I've watched it, but it's been a while. And essentially, it just helps break the matter down faster. The microbes that are on here that have been dried, they come back to life, they start eating stuff. So let me grab some mulch because I forgot to drag that out. I'll be back in 30 seconds. We'll throw that on. We'll wrap the video up, man. Real quick and easy. Transplant, man. Now we're off to the races. You know what I mean? It's going to come. And, you know, I got a few ounces to get me to the end. But I got a feeling like my smoking level and this harvest are going to be racing each other as well. But I don't want to push them. I want to take my time and make sure that I get the product that I've heard about. I hope that I can help. Now I can't help create it, man. I didn't create it. It's nature. That I can help stand by and guide it so that it can be all it can be. You know. 1 second for the mulch. Boop, boop, boop. And as crazy as it sounded to use outdoor leaf mulch, so far, fingers crossed, I've had no issues with it. Now, actually, probably this week, in a day or two, I'm going to start an IPM regimen because this, well, these plants are getting old enough that I don't want to lose them to bugs that I'm not paying attention. The bugs show up quicker than I can get to them. So, IPM will be that lactic acid bacteria, some basic oils like you'd put in a diffuser, peppermint, lavender, the ones the bugs don't like. And I'll look some other stuff up as well, see what works well with it. So that's it. I threw a little more of this. Hopefully I didn't completely crush the top crop underneath, but if I did, it's not bad. And that's what it's going to be, guys. I'll keep you updated. We'll keep growing it, and we'll go from there. Thank you very much. And